Reddit stories. My ex-girlfriend told me that my current girlfriend ruined our relationship. I'm 28 years old, and the past month has been really confusing for me. See, there's this whole situation with my ex-girlfriend Julie, who is 29, and my current girlfriend Mindy, who is also 28. Julie thinks that Mindy is manipulative and somehow messed up our 4-year relationship. Julie and I had an awesome time together for the last 4 years. We met through some friends, and we really enjoyed doing outdoor activities and running together. Our lifestyles matched perfectly, and we were super supportive of each other. We even lived together for the last 3 years and were thinking about getting married in the summer. Everything was going great, and I was all set to propose during the holidays. Around September, I noticed Julie acting a bit strange. She seemed distant and stressed, which worried me. I completely trusted her and couldn't imagine her cheating on me, but she started spending more time alone. In September, Mindy, who is Julie's friend and also someone I've known since I started dating Julie, messaged me privately and asked to meet secretly. It was a surprise, but I went along with it, expecting the worst. We met at a cafe, and Mindy told me that Julie was planning to break up with me soon. This was a total shock. Julie had confided in Mindy, saying she was unsure about marrying me and wanted to live alone for a month to be sure. I was devastated. I tried everything to make our relationship more exciting, planned more dates, and Mindy helped me through this tough time. Before Thanksgiving, Julie told me she wanted to take a break for a month to live alone. She loved me but needed space to make sure she was marrying me for love. I didn't understand and suggested breaking up. After a big fight, we did break up after a few days. As our lease ended in December, we went our separate ways. I felt lonely and invited friends for a New Year's party, including Mindy. We had a good time, and Mindy stayed to help clean up. We ended up spending more time together, and she makes me happy. Last Sunday, Julie showed up at my door, furious, accusing me of cheating on her. She called Mindy manipulative and claimed Mindy suggested the break. Mindy denied it, saying Julie came up with the ideas, and she was just there during the conversations. Now, I'm torn. I want to believe Julie, but she broke up with me. Mindy was there for me, but I'm unsure about her intentions. Julie says she realized we were meant to be together, but she's upset I moved on so quickly. Am I wrong for emotionally cheating on Julie? Should I have told her about Mindy's texts? Should I not have moved on so quickly, even though Julie broke up with me? I need advice to understand what's going on. Update, 5 days later. Subscribe for more Reddit stories. Hey everyone, I'm really sorry for the lengthy post, but I just wanted to share that we weren't oblivious to what was happening. You all got a brief version of the events in just 5 minutes, but we've been living through this for the past 7 months. So, I've been messaging Julie every day since then, trying to talk to her, but she hasn't been responding to my messages. I wasn't sure if she blocked me. Meanwhile, Mindy has been persistently trying to message me, asking if we could meet and talk about it. On Wednesday, one day after my previous post, I decided to message Mindy. I asked her to truthfully tell me everything she said to Julie. I made it clear that if I found out she was lying, I would go no contact. Mindy wanted to meet in person or talk on the phone, but I insisted on having everything in writing. She messaged me, saying that Julie always spoke highly of me throughout the years. When Julie told her about our plans to get married in 2024, Mindy was genuinely happy for both of us. However, Julie later confided in Mindy about having cold feet and uncertainties regarding marrying me, influenced by issues she observed in her parents' marriage. Mindy revealed that Julie expressed a desire to take a break from me to reassess her feelings. Mindy informed me about Julie's behavior, feeling sympathetic as we were already discussing engagement plans with our families. After our big fight, Mindy shared that Julie was extremely upset and adamant about not marrying me. Julie only came back when she heard that I was moving on, out of jealousy. Mindy insisted I was a good guy, and she hoped I would realize the special connection we had. I responded with an okay and told Mindy I needed time. Despite this, I continued messaging Julie daily, hoping to talk to her. It was heartbreaking, thinking she might have blocked me, and I'd never get the chance to speak with her again. Finally, on Friday afternoon, Julie replied. She said she wanted to meet on Saturday afternoon at our apartment. I cleaned up the place and felt deep guilt before facing her. When she arrived, she looked like a shell of herself, completely broken. I sat on our sofa, but she chose to sit away from me. We asked about each other, but it was clear neither of us was doing well. I began apologizing, but she stopped me. She asked me to let her finish and not interrupt her, holding a little notebook with written notes. Julie expressed her true love for me, but revealed that after discussing marriage, she began feeling scared of the next big step. She thought those feelings were normal and would go away, so she decided not to discuss her concerns with me. However, it kept eating at her, and she made a mistake talking to Mindy about it. She wanted to tell me everything now, so I wouldn't get second-hand information. She shared that her parents had a rocky marriage, filled with constant arguments, and she never wanted to be like her mom after the marriage. Living together, she started noticing some of those issues in our relationship. For instance, she mentioned her initial credit card debt, and I helped manage her finances, investments, etc., to the point she didn't know where her money exactly was. She also highlighted moments where she felt too coddled, like when I never said no to buying anything in the last 4 years. Julie felt I was overly accommodating, and she got too comfortable with the luxuries I provided. Mindy entered the picture around September, sharing her cousin's similar experience. Mindy suggested a break, and within a week, the cousin realized she missed her fiancé and had no more doubts. When Julie asked for a break, she only wanted to live with her best friend for a few weeks to see if she was too codependent on me. When I insisted she couldn't take a break, she freaked out and broke up with me, not wanting to be engaged without certainty. Julie asked about Mindy, and when we started meeting, I handed her my phone with our chat messages. I told her we met only once in September when Mindy informed me about Julie's dissatisfaction with our relationship. Due to my insecurities, I tried to hold on to Julie, planning more expensive dates and spending more time at home. When Julie asked for a break, I thought it was the final step before a breakup, leading to our big fight and eventual separation. Julie's voice started cracking as she asked about Mindy's contact after the breakup. I pointed her to the messages. Mindy initially sent me memes, but the messages became more frequent, and she asked about my plans for Christmas and New Year's. When she found out about the New Year's party, she said she had no plans, and I invited her. Julie interrupted me, saying she didn't need to hear the details beyond that point. When she moved out after our fight, she thought she wasn't ready to marry me. She stayed with her friend for 2 weeks and got her new apartment in January. She was miserable and missed me badly, realizing she couldn't live without me within a week. When she learned about the New Year's party and saw Mindy at our apartment, she concluded Mindy and I were having an affair. When she discovered Mindy was also talking to me, she realized how naive she was and regretted not properly talking to me first. She didn't want to lose me, and we agreed to give our relationship another chance. She asked if I was willing to be together, and I told her I would do anything to get her back. She proposed a few conditions: cutting contact with Mindy, signing up for couples therapy, and holding off our engagement or marriage until we both attended therapy. I agreed to all her conditions, and we shared a smile for the first time. I asked her about Mindy's situation at work, and Julie's perspective was that the biggest punishment for Mindy is to see us happy together. She wants Mindy to witness our engagement and marriage, feeling jealous and regretful for trying to break us apart. We hugged, and I felt relieved to have a chance to make things right. I asked her to stay, and the rest of the evening was pleasant. We ordered food and watched TV while cuddling on our couch. The next morning, we discussed moving back in together. I want her to move back to our old apartment, but she wants a fresh start and suggested I move into her new apartment. We'll talk more about it and decide. I also need to figure out the issue of having 2 12-month leases and how to get out of one of them. Julie went to her apartment after lunch to get some of her stuff for the week, and I'm writing this post. I feel lucky that despite my terrible actions, I didn't lose Julie. I hope we can work things out and get married soon, with this incident being just a small bump in our otherwise perfect relationship. I also need advice on addressing the issue where she feels coddled and codependent due to my behavior. It's just my personality, and I'll be working on that during couples therapy. Any tips from you guys are welcome on how to make her feel less codependent. P.S. Thanks to everyone who checked on my health through direct messages. Reddit stories: I've lost weight and now I want to divorce my husband. I'm 28 years old, and I've lost weight, and now I want to divorce my husband, who is 29. We've been married for 5 years and together for 7 years. We also have a 3-year-old kid. After having our baby, it was really hard for me. I had a tough time losing the baby weight and adjusting to being a parent. At first, I had the baby blues, and I was just trying to figure out our new routine and way of life, not really focused on how I look. But then, my husband started saying things about my body, like I should start working out and wearing makeup again. It made me feel really bad, and I worried he might like someone else because we weren't being close anymore. He even wanted to hire a nanny so I could have more time for myself, But I wanted to be with our baby all the time, so I said no. That made him mad, and he started acting cold towards me. Months went by without hugs, kisses, or any kind of love. I felt really bad about myself. Every time I looked in the mirror, I only saw the things my husband said were wrong with me. By the time our son was 2, I really wanted to make my husband love me again. I thought if I got in shape, he would be nice to me, and our marriage would be better. But you can't make someone be nice to you, so I decided to do something about it. I hired some help, got more free time, and started going to the gym, taking swimming classes, getting my hair and lashes done, and eating healthier. And guess what? I lost a lot of weight, and I feel really good. But then, my husband started touching me, kissing me, and being nice, the opposite of how he treated me before. You'd think that would make me happy, but it made me feel worse. I kept thinking about the mean things he said when I was feeling really bad and how cold he was to me. I get that you can't make someone like you, but why couldn't he hug me or give me a kiss when I was bigger? Why couldn't he love me as a person and the mom of our baby? When I felt good about myself again, I got mad at myself for putting up with his mean behavior. A few days ago, I told him I want a divorce because I can't forget how badly he treated me. He said sorry and promised to be better, but I'm not sure if I can trust him. What if I gain weight again or have health issues? Will he be mean to me again? I talked to my friends and family about it, and some say I should give him another chance, while others say I should leave him. So, I'm asking on Reddit for advice. Am I right to be upset about this? Do you think my husband can really change, or is getting a divorce the right thing to do? Update, 4 days later. Subscribe for more Reddit stories. Thank you so much for all the advice you gave me after my last post. It was really hard to decide, especially because of our son. I sat down with my husband and talked about what happened. He kept saying sorry, but I asked him if he really understood why he hurt me. He just said he was being mean, but I felt like he didn't really get why it was a problem. So, I explained it to him. I told him that saying I still look pregnant 3 months after having our baby or calling me a mess because of my dark circles, rolling his eyes when I wanted to show affection, not talking to me for days without a reason, and not wanting to spend time together were all really hurtful. And he didn't offer help for my mental health. Instead, he wanted me to go to the gym and get in shape. When I reminded him of all this, he couldn't even look me in the eye and didn't say anything. The room was so quiet, you could cut it with a knife. I just don't think he fully understands how badly he treated me. No amount of extra weight can make that behavior okay. I wouldn't treat a stranger like that, let alone someone I love. But for our son, I still suggested couples counseling. And you won't believe it, he said no. He was scared the therapist and I would team up against him and make things worse. After talking for almost 3 hours, I had enough and told him I wanted a divorce. He tried to convince me he could change, but when I asked how, he just said I had to have faith in him and see it for myself later. That's not good enough for me. I told him I was taking our son to my mom's place for the weekend, and we'd discuss everything before finalizing the divorce on Monday. He said okay, and we left. But now, he won't stop calling and begging for another chance, saying he loves me and made a mistake. It's sad to see how much he changed after we had our son. All I ever wanted was love, loyalty, and respect. But he didn't give me any of that in the past few years. I still wanted to give him a chance, but he doesn't want to put in the work to make things better. If it comes to that, I can raise our son on my own. I'm financially independent and secure, and I have a lot of help. I still want him to be a part of our son's life and be the best daddy he can be. But I can't be with someone who doesn't love or respect me. I want to thank you again for all your support and advice. I thought my husband was the person I'd grow old with, but it seems the universe has other plans for me. It'll be really hard to let him go, but I hope it's for the better. Reddit stories. I was invited to my twin sister's surprise party as a guest, and I don't know if I want to go. I'm 17, and me and my twin sister are kinda different. She's all outgoing, has tons of friends from everywhere, while I'm more into geeky stuff and like having a smaller group of friends. Our birthday is coming up, and here's what's going on. One of my sister's friends invited me to her surprise party, but it got me confused because, you know, we have the same birthday. So, I asked if I could join in and bring a couple of my friends. She said the party place can't fit everyone, but I could bring 2 friends, and they'd only get 1 cake. I could bring my own for a separate birthday song after my sister's. Now, our childhood friends, who we plan to go out with in the evening, are also part of the party group. I told them about our original plans, but they seemed to like the surprise party idea. Here's the thing, I'm not really excited about the surprise party. It's gonna be packed, and I won't get to spend the birthday time I wanted with my sister. It feels like I'm kinda pushed to the side, and it's not how I pictured my birthday. I'd rather be with my own friends. But, I know my sister would be sad if I skip the party. I don't want to ruin the surprise for her, so I haven't told her what's up. I talked to my parents, but their advice didn't quite click. I'm stuck and don't really know what to do with this whole birthday situation. Update, 2 days later. Subscribe for more Reddit stories. So, on Saturday, I was feeling anxious and worried about the birthday plans, and I ended up crying in the kitchen. My mom saw me and came over to make me feel better. When I spilled that I was upset about the party, she decided to spill the beans. The party was actually a surprise for me too, and all my friends were invited as well. Yesterday, I called Melissa, the friend who's putting the party together, and she confirmed what my mom had spilled. Melissa explained that she really wanted to spend my sister's birthday with her, especially because she might be heading off to college soon. She knew we had plans to celebrate our birthday with each other and our childhood friends, the only friends we both have. So, she got this cool idea to arrange a surprise party with everyone, including my friends. She told our childhood friends, my friends, and my parents about the plan, and they all said it was a thumbs up. Melissa had already figured out how to get my sister to the party. She's spending the afternoon with her and pretending she left her gift at home. But she was having a hard time figuring out how to bring me there without ruining the surprise since we're not exactly pals. Her solution was to make it look like the party was just for my sister and tell me I could only bring 2 friends, who would secretly be part of the plan. Now it all makes sense, especially why our childhood friends were cheering me on to go to the party. Melissa admitted she didn't think it all through and didn't realize how bummed I'd be about the situation. She said sorry for it and explained she just wanted it to be a cool surprise and didn't want me to figure out the party was for me too. I have to admit, it wasn't how I pictured spending my 18th birthday, but now I'm kind of getting excited about it.